What's up, guys? Tuki here, back again. This is my Liverpool career mode here on FIFA 17, and in this episode we continue through the Premier League season, and up first it is a matchup against, as you can see, Jamie Vardy and Spurs at White Hart Lane. We are going with the same starting 11 that has been carrying us through the Premier League season thus far. Despite Karius getting the win against Northampton, Mignolet is in good form, and we will keep him between the pipes. Sturridge still on the bench, and much like in real life, really struggling right now to find a reason to make him the starting striker when Firmino was doing so well in that false nine role. Of course, just, the stats are great, everything's looking good. But anyway, let's not waste any more time. Let's get into it. Milner, please be on. Mane, get there. Damn it. That was our first real chance of this game. It's been a struggle. Even with Harry Kane on the bench. I mean, Christian Eriksen's been a bitch to play against. Dele Alli, not much easier to defend. It's been rough. We are going to aim for Matip here. And we'll see if he can get it to the back post. And that's hopefully another corner. And it's not. God damn. Lallana to the back post. Come on. Vorm couldn't get there. And I forgot to mention, too, Lloris went to Real Madrid for $37.5 million. Vorm is their man. And we were so close to getting the opening goal here. We might still have a chance. Firmino, what a tackle. What a tackle. Advantage for what? Henderson got a yellow for that. Are you insane? That is the weakest yellow card I've ever seen. Wow. Firmino, can he get the turn? Back post, he's got it in the 45th minute. Maybe a little bit of help. You never know. 45th minute, 90th minute, doesn't matter. But off the throw-in, Firmino able to get the turn somehow. Like that, if that went in against me, I'd be furious, because Kyle Walker should have had that. Gets nutmegged on the shot. Firmino, again, that's why we can't put Sturridge in right now. Firmino is on fire, and we take the lead just shy of halftime. Firmino again. We have a chance here if Coutinho could run in a decent spot, but that is halftime. That was a very competitive first half in which I am very happy to have the lead. They are just, they press like nobody's business. Very difficult to get the ball out of our final third there, or in our third. Jordan Henderson actually has a yellow card, the weakest yellow card in the history of yellow cards. One jersey tug. The guy didn't go down, but they still gave him a yellow, so that's a bit disappointing. But as you can see, Spurs only one really good shot. Mignolet standing up to the challenge. That first half, though, we were killed in possession for like the first half of the first half. We really turned it on, and hopefully we can keep that up. Firmino takes a slide shot. That is the one thing. I mean, there's a few things about this game that bug me, but players do that far too often. A great chance for us is gone. Good bit of give and go. Wijnaldum and Firmino. Wijnaldum back to Firmino. Back post. And what a save by Vorm. That could be the difference maker. He just couldn't get it to the back stick. That could be huge for Spurs. God damn it. Oh, and Henderson can't control. Coutinho. Can we find anybody? Wijnaldum's there. Fake shot. Can he get it to the back post? And Wijnaldum misses. Oh my God, we just can't catch a break. So close, the turn there, and he just can't sneak it inside the post. God damn it. And we are in gigantic trouble with Jordan Henderson. Oh, no. Oh, no. We went all out, and that's a second. The first yellow was completely bogus. But we get a red card with Jordan Henderson. Daniel Sturridge breaks through after fucking up the pass. Daniel Sturridge to end it.
The time to be added on here is a minimum of 3 minutes. Attacking well here.
Huge save from Mignolet. Oh my god. Oh my god, this is stressful. Holy shit, this is stressful. Come on. Vorm is up for this corner. Oh my god, what just happened there? How didn't he get a shot on goal? They're playing it back in. Fucking Jesus Christ. They're throwing everything that they can. I think we've done enough though. We should be able to hold on. Coutinho can win this header, which of course he won't because it's Coutinho trying to win a header. But that is it. My god, was that a stressful game at the end. We get the win. Despite the red card to Jordan Henderson, and I wish it would show his yellow card because I swear to God, it was the weakest yellow card I've ever seen in this game in thousands of games of playing FIFA. That's our last second shot though for Spurs. That was their only chance of the second half. We did well, and thankfully we were able to hold on. Daniel Sturridge, of course, with that miss that we will never speak of again after this game. Nathaniel Klein, the man of the match. Dortmund have once again declined the offer for Sakho. I'm going to go 27. 27, I think, what did we go? 27.5 last time. 27 is the absolute lowest that I will go. We are not in extreme need of getting rid of him. It would just kind of be the realistic thing to do. But we also have a training session here. Callum Ward, who of course we need to get prepared to make 5 appearances this year, which is asking quite a bit. He only has 49 stamina as well. So it very well may come down to he gets put in like the last 5 minutes of a match, or just long enough to register a rating, and then that way he at least gets the appearances. So guys, we have reached the final hour of deadline day. $257 million spent on the day. We haven't done anything. Dortmund declined to pick up Mamadou Sakho for the amount we were looking for, which was expected really, but we had no other offers for him. But taking a look at the big moves of the day, Jan Sommer to Napoli, Seamus Coleman to Arsenal, Aubameyang to Chelsea, not looking forward to having to play him. We play Leicester next and then Chelsea, so that's not going to be too much fun. Suchi, or I believe that's how you pronounce it, to Inter. Max Meyer to Crystal Palace. So the Premier League teams really stocking up, and that's not going to make things easy on us this season. Ross Barkley to Man United. So they now have Barkley, Lukaku, and Alex Lacazette. And as I said, Hugo Lloris to Real Madrid. So a couple of big moves, and we'll get you a look at the biggest moves of the window. Aubameyang, Verratti, Lacazette, Jan Sommer up there. Javi Martinez went to Barcelona very early on. And in the end, like I said, we stuck with our team. We brought in Verhaeghe, Chilwell, and Pulisic, and that's it. 11.25 million spent, 6.3 in profits. So not a very big window for us. Now the good news is, of course, it's the start of a brand new month. We are in September, so we have our monthly scouting updates to take care of. Starting off in England, Jonathan Alexander, Billy Bailey. People will ignore Taylor Alexander, 75 to 94 for the 15-year-old. We will definitely sign him up. We have Patrick Watson, who will reject. Morgan Ward, 62 to 86. We'll sign him on for the hell of it. Declan Cox, we will pick him up. Lewis Phillips, 66 to 92, 29 to 41 overall, though. He is very far off. And we have Ollie Mitchell, 65 to 87. Why not? We'll pick him up, and we'll continue to scout the rest. The second one, we have 3 players from Ireland, And I don't know. Nope, we will not be picking up a single one of them. So let's move on to the last one. It is the Scottish Scouting Reports. And we have Malcolm Young. Holy shit. 83 to 94 potential. Guaranteed. Practically guaranteed to be a future star for 17 years old. 52 to 68 overall in terms of, or just in terms of that. But we'll definitely sign him up. Gordon Reed, we will continue to scout. Malcolm Fraser will pass on. Kirk McDonald will pass on. Do we pick up Yuan Wilson? I think we'll decline on that. 83 is a little bit low. So again, the scouting really pays off. We have one nearly guaranteed future star in Malcolm. Was it Malcolm Young? Yeah, it's Malcolm Young. He is a 56, so not too bad. 83 to 94 potential. He is still not the highest rated player, though, of course, in our youth academy. That is Callum Ward, and he will continue to be the beneficiary of our training. Moving on to game number 2 in this episode, it is our home opener of the Premier League season against Leicester. Of course, they have a bit of a different look, as do we. Emre Can in for Henderson. I was tempted to move Firmino down to the midfield, but Sturridge will stay on the bench for now. Mignolet is still in goal. He's in good form, and we'll hope that he can keep that up. But let's get into it. Anfield looks amazing in this game. Absolutely amazing as we get a look at the Leicester lineup. It's an interesting one. Wes Morgan and Schmeichel on the bench. Hopefully we'll be able to take advantage of that.
It's looking good, this move. Adam Lallana looking to play his teammate through.
Mane to Lallana to Firmino, back post, and an early chance. Goes wide for Roberto Firmino. We had to kind of rush the shot after his first touch. A good start, though. Good start.
Wijnaldum. There's good progress with this.
Up the middle here. Roberto Firmino gets it this time. Off the goal kick. We win the ball back in the midfield. A couple of quick passes. And within 6 minutes, we are up 1-0. I'm not sure what happened to that defense, but I'll take it. Maybe that's what you get when you don't have Wes Morgan out there. Beautiful finish from Firmino. And we take the early lead against the champions. That's good. After the stressful Spurs game, Firmino getting his 4th on the year. It's a damn fine start. Can you tell I'm struggling for superlatives?
Chance to get some width into this attack. Good position. They've worked this attack very well.
Oh, Slimani can't get the shot off. Still in danger. Oh my God. Very close to giving up a goal there. That was dangerous. What a pass.
It's an exhibition here with such great passing. Nathaniel Klein.
Coutinho off the post. God damn. Milner, give it a ride. Oh, and that's not what I meant by give it a ride. I meant, get it more than 2 feet off the ground. Good tackle by Matip, though. We still have a chance. Lallana looking for someone on the wing. Nobody there. Klein shows up into the middle for Firmino. For Coutinho. Back for Emre Can, and he delivers. Getting the start due to the red card from Jordan Henderson. And Emre Can gets it done. Just those extra passes, those last-second passes, opened up that space, and Emre Can just gets it past Zieler. I'm honestly surprised Zieler didn't stop that. But I'm all right with it. Uncle Ben's all right with it. And we are up 2-0 on Leicester at home here. Things are looking pretty good for us. The halftime whistle comes. 2-0 for us. 2-0 for the good. Things are looking good for us at the moment. Again, probably our most dominant half so far this season. Completely outshooting them. 60% possession, 93% passing. The fact that I was able to outpass the computer 93 to 85 shows how good of a game this is for us. At the moment, we already took a look at the match facts. I wanted to look at their lineup, and that is, again, the wrong button. This is going superbly. It's Slimani and Musa up front, Albright and Mendy, Amarty, and Okazaki in the midfield. Yeah, I can see why we're winning with that formation that they're running.
In the opposition around with these two players. There's some potential in this move. A lot of defenders between them and the goal, but they've still got the ball.
Lallana looking for the turn, and he buries it. What a goal for Adam Lallana. We'll hit him with the Michael Antonio. 3-0. What a goal for Lallana. I was very worried about that shot because he didn't turn properly. But we're able to get it. A quick little stop, a quick little turn. Robert Huth does nothing but look at it. And this game is pretty much over. I feel confident in saying that. Perfect placement from Lallana. Unreal.
Now he's looking for support. Good pass, getting it forward. The score! They stopped him in the nick of time.
That's something. I don't even know what to say about that. Roberto Firmino, the beneficiary of whatever the hell or however the hell you want to describe that play. I think that's Rashitsky. I do not know. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Rak something? R-A-K. Regardless, he's terrible and we're ripping him apart. They should have played Wes Morgan. And it's Roberto Firmino with another goal. They're playing the counterattack. We have the possession and we're ripping them apart.
Well, they're building steadily here, working away. Trying to switch on the attacking power in this.
Sadio Mane with space, and we fail. That is completely my fault, too. My finger slipped on powering up the shot, and because of that, Sadio Mane doesn't get the goal. I feel terrible about that, because that should have been a goal for Mane. We just completely butchered that. But let's see here. We are going to make changes. Sturridge in for Firmino, Origi in for Coutinho, and we're going to take Wijnaldum off for Lucas, and we'll rest up some of our starters. But a great game for all three of those guys. I can't believe I just blew that chance with Mane.
On EA Sports of the Premier League fixture, Liverpool, they'll be facing Chelsea away from home.
Yeah, really looking forward to this one. I think we're going to see some good football.
Probing away, trying to find room for a shot maybe. Nicely played through ball.
And we get a goal. Nathaniel Klein. 5-0 again. Man, another 5-goal performance. Passing it around. I didn't switch Lucas off from playing up to... because Hendo and Chan, I like them to actually attack. I meant to set Lucas to defend. Thankfully we didn't, because we ended up getting the goal. Another last-second pass. Nathaniel Klein gets the goal. This team is on fire. We don't need any big signings. We're good. As you get a look at the stats, once again, easily our most dominant performance to date, outshooting them 14-4, 9 shots on target to 3, 66% possession, 95 passing to 81. Just not a very good performance for Leicester on the day. A 9.6 for Firmino, a 9.3 for Gini Wijnaldum. Chan and Lallana both at 9.4s. Overall, just a very, very solid performance. Not so much on the other side for Leicester. Mark Albrighton at a 6-6 for the midfielder, 7-1 for Robert Huth. Play him with Wes Morgan. Get the other guy out of there. Now, guys, unfortunately, because that last game went as long as it did, we are going to cut it off there, the 2 games and the transfer deadline. I did just notice, too, that Mahrez is actually out injured, so that would explain where he went. But so far, so good for us. We are one of 2 remaining teams that are still undefeated. Crystal Palace, 4-0 thus far. I imagine Steve Mandanda's rating is pretty influential to that. But in the next episode, we of course play Chelsea. We have an EFL Cup match against Palace, and then we'll probably play the Hull game as well. I don't expect another tournament game to show up for us. And then we have a pretty busy October. Not looking forward to that United game whatsoever. But guys, I hope you did enjoy this episode. I certainly did. It was lovely. And yeah, as always, if you did enjoy though, make sure to hit that like button to help support my channel. Subscribe if you haven't already to continue following this series and others. And I will see you guys in the next one.